Yeah, you already know who it is, man. It's King Ade with the Wizards Review. And man, it was a tough loss tonight. Tough loss. But we showed a lot of fight. You know what I mean? We showed a lot of fight tonight. We had a lot of players missing. But the Heat did as well. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of knew this was going to be a tough game. We're on the road. First game of a road trip after a long homestand, successful homestand against the Miami Heat. So you already know, no matter who the Heat have on the floor, it's going to be a tough game. You know what I mean? So for us to, lose the game, but we fought because we were down big, and to come back and give ourselves a chance to win just shows our resiliency, shows our heart, shows our depth, but shows that we also need our star players. Not even all stars, because, Bill, of course, is our main star. But, we didn't have Rui. We didn't have Will Barton. Not Will Barton. We didn't have Monte Morris. You know what I mean? We need all our players to have the potential to be as good as we can be, because everybody brings something different to the table. You know what I'm saying? But with that said, I'm not as mad as I was earlier in the game because of the fight that we showed and giving ourselves a chance to win. You know what I mean? But anyway, since we lost the game, I'm going to start with some of the things that I like tonight. And first off, I felt our offense was crisp early. We had some good ball movement. We made our first 5 or 7 shots tonight. You know what I mean? So I definitely like that. I thought our defense, especially early in the game, and as well as, later in the game too, we were tough. But there were times in the game where we softened up, and the Heat were much more tougher than us, especially in the third and in the middle of the game. Not in the third, really in the second quarter, and early in the third quarter. You know what I'm saying? I like Kispert. He was shooting with confidence. He made his first 3 of the night. Now, he didn't hit the shots, you know what I'm saying, but he wasn't hesitant. And he shot, you could tell that he thought he was going to make it, you know what I'm saying, make some of the shots that he ended up missing. So I like that he's, beginning to shoot with more confidence, being more sure of himself on the floor, you know what I'm saying. That's only going to bode well for us moving forward, because he's going to get better. And as he gets better, his shots will start falling. You know what I mean? I thought Kuzma had a great game tonight. He was really our MVP. He could put the team on his back. You know what I'm saying? He ended the game with 33 points, 7 rebounds. You know what I mean? Just a tough all-around game. Hitting some big shots, especially in the third quarter and fourth quarter, where he was looking really unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely liked his game tonight. I thought he did settle for some threes when we needed shots, especially in the fourth quarter. I thought he settled at times and took some bad shots. But overall, he was the biggest reason why we even had a chance to win the game. So we got to give him props for that. You know what I'm saying? I thought Denny overall played a very complete game. Almost had a triple-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds. 10 assists, 9 rebounds, you know what I'm saying? Added 2 blocks. So I thought he played a great all-around game. There were some things I didn't like about his game tonight, but overall you can just see that he's getting very comfortable in his role for the team, and he's beginning to produce and put up good numbers, you know what I mean? So I did like that part of his game tonight. I thought Porzingis started to get hot in the second half. He got into the line. He started to get to the line. It's early in the game too, but he got to the line throughout the game, but especially in the second half. And in the third quarter, he scored in double digits. You know what I mean? So having Kuzma put up 31, having Porzingis put up 21. You know what I mean? And just playing good. The only issue with Porzingis was he couldn't play. He didn't play that well in the first half, and he was missing too many shots that he should make. And I thought he was really settling for threes at times too. You know what I mean? So I just want him to start getting more in the paint, because once he gets in the paint and tries to score and tries to make things happen, he gets to the line. He gets easy shots. He gets hot. You know what I mean? So he just got to I know, I do understand. I started to even get a better understanding of his game and his mindset going into the game. Um, and for him to, start the game really, he always really seems to start the game shooting a three. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's him, partly warming up, but also trying to get the defense to understand that they got to respect him on all levels of the floor. So I understand that, but sometimes I just feel that he settles way too much for the three-point shot when he really needs to be in the paint and started causing havoc on the offensive end there. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that he gets more touches in the paint so he could create more havoc and just be much more of a benefit to us than settling for three-point shots. You know what I mean? I like Goodwin. Goodwin started the game tonight. As I mentioned, Monte Morris didn't play tonight. So Goodwin started the game. And, he was solid. He got to the basket tonight. He ended up, hold on.
Nighttime symptoms, so you can get to sleep and wake up ready to go.
Yeah, so he had 8 points, 3 assists. Nothing major, nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't turn the ball over. And he only played, I think, 25 minutes. Yeah, he only played 25 minutes tonight, you know what I mean? I thought that maybe he should have been in the game towards the end of the game. And because he was the only true point guard on the roster tonight. They chose, Coach Unseld chose to go with Will Barton. And Will Barton played well tonight, too. He played all right tonight, too. But, I think Goodwin has earned the right to, close games out because he's just a better defensive player, you know what I'm saying? But, we did need points, so I could see both sides of the coin, you know what I mean? So, but overall, I thought Goodwin played well. No fear, driving to the basket, trying to get us some points, sets up open men for great shots. I thought he played all right tonight, man. I thought Gafford was active early in the game, but Gafford, I've been noticing Coach isn't trusting him as much. I guess he's not as consistent on the floor, game in and game out. You know what I mean? Gibson got some of his minutes in the second half. You know what I'm saying? He was effective in his time on the floor. Gibson ended up with a plus. He was a +5, and he only played 5 minutes tonight. But Gafford, he was a -10, and he played 10 minutes tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, Gil got minutes tonight. So, obviously, Coach is really saying that he's not satisfied with what Gafford has been bringing to the table. I thought that he started active early, but I don't know if he gets tired, gets winded, but he's just not as effective as the game goes on. But he has to get better. I mean, he's our backup center, and as much as I like the signing of Taj Gibson, he's still an old head, you know what I'm saying? So we need Gafford to be more consistent and to gain the coach's trust and make a bigger impact on the game, especially in clutch moments, you know what I'm saying? We had an 8-0 run in the third quarter, you know what I'm saying? So that's when we started to turn it around, you know what I mean? We got a lot of good shots in the paint in the third quarter. We cut the lead back down to single digits in the third quarter. We gave ourselves a chance to possibly win this game. You know what I mean? And Barton was hitting big shots. Like I said, I could understand why Coach Unseld kept Barton in rather than have Goodwin in, because Barton was hitting some big shots tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, I thought we gave ourselves a chance to win, especially in that third quarter. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it done. And that's everything that I liked about the game. You know what I'm saying? So since we lost the game, there were a lot of things that I didn't like. And let's just start with off jump. Caleb Martin, he was really a problem for us throughout the game. He made big shots early in the game, and he made big shots late in the game, made winning plays throughout the game. If he wasn't scoring, he was assisting. He ended the game with his season high 24 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Played 40 minutes, played the most minutes for them tonight. And he gave them a lot of good play tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't like that. But, they were shorthanded. And again, this is a Heat team, well coached. You know what I mean? A team that has, Eric Spoelstra is a proven coach, and no matter who's on the floor, is going to be tough. You know what I mean? And we got a season high for Martin. Kyle Lowry tonight tied his career high with the Miami Heat with 28 points tonight. You know what I'm saying? He was scoring and assisting as well. He had 14 points in the first quarter, 3 for 3 from the three-point line, just in the first quarter alone. Just kind of like a repeat. Well, he had better numbers when we played them in DC last week. You know what I'm saying? But we got the win last time, and we didn't get the win this time. He was extremely important, and when we started to make our comeback, it was while he was on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So it just shows the importance of Kyle Lowry, man, a true vet. Gave him a lot of good minutes. Plus 19 on the floor tonight, 28.6 rebounds, 3 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, 5 fouls, but he was definitely their MVP. They went as he went, you know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that, man. I thought we had a lot of bad turnovers in the first quarter and throughout the game. I thought there were times where we just got sloppy, unsure of ourselves, unsure of our shot, you know what I mean? Especially Denny, man. Denny has to, as well as he played, because he did play well tonight, there's still times where he's very hesitant, you know what I mean? And he got to get better at not being hesitant taking shots, you know what I'm saying? Porzingis was missing too many free throws, settling for threes. One thing that Coach Spoelstra implemented was the zone defense, and we just could not score, and that really helped them build their lead. You know what I mean? So I definitely wasn't happy about that. The Heat went on 19-6 run in the first quarter. Heat were hitting threes throughout the game. Terrible second quarter. That's when they blew the lead wide open. I just felt the Heat it was evident that they were playing much more physical than we were, especially in the second quarter. But to our credit, in the second half, we matched the physicality and we got right back in the game. We were out-rebounded in the second quarter. They had way too many offensive rebounds, so I definitely didn't like that. They went on another 11-0 run in the second quarter. We were 3 for 20 from the three-point line in the first half, so we weren't hitting threes at all tonight. We were outscored in the second quarter 32-17, so that contributed to their double-digit lead. We were down 60-43 at the end of the first half, so we were down 17. Down 20, they got up as much as 20 in the third quarter before we came back and cut the lead to single digits. Defense, offensive rebounding, they dominated us. They had too many second chance points. Dedmon had a lot of hit a couple big shots towards the end of the third quarter that we could have took the lead, but he hit key shots for them and kept them in the lead. Our three-point defense in the fourth quarter was terrible. Tyler Hero got hot. Caleb Martin got hot. They were just hitting big three after big three. And to, Kuzma's credit, he was matching them, but again, eventually he ran out of steam and we couldn't get it done. And like I said, Denny was hesitant to shoot at times, and at that hesitancy led to a few turnovers, you know what I'm saying? So he just has to get better, get more confident. But that's everything I disliked about tonight's game. You know what I mean? There's a lot we have to work on, but we did show heart, we showed resiliency. And I'm not as mad as I was earlier in the game because of the fight that we showed. We showed our depth, even though they were shorthanded as well. We are going to be a problem in the East if we continue to play like this. We just have to work out some of the kinks, some of the lazy shots, some of the unnecessary turnovers. But I do like the way the team is playing overall, and I'm hoping that we can get some bodies back when we play the Heat on Friday night. And hopefully we could get the win and take the lead in the series for the season. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. If you enjoyed the content, I would appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel at The Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter at Wizards Review. You can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on the NBA 2K23 on the Xbox Series X and S, man. So anyway, man, have a good evening. Have a good holidays. And I hope to see y'all on Friday night after the Heat game. You know what I mean? So anyway, have a good night, okay, y'all? Take care. Peace.